Wonderful. Are you ready?
Absolutely ready. I'm always ready. So excited.
Yes, yes. All right. So I'm going to let everyone in. And as they come in, they'll just be warming up the chat.
Absolutely. And I'll be able to share the screen, correct?
Absolutely. Anything you need.
Yay. Awesome.
I'm here to serve. Thank you. All right. We'll get everyone started and then people will join in as they can. All right. Hello. Happy Thursday. Good morning. It's coffee time. Who has their favorite coffee mug or tea mug? Is ready for this Thursday? Woo-hoo.
Good morning, Heather.
Wow. Heather, you're the first one in this morning. Absolutely. Heather is ready to go. All right. More are coming in now. Welcome, everyone. Let's see all those smiling faces on this Thursday morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Nadia. I met Nadia last week while we were in Vegas.
How cool.
Yes, yes.
Good morning. How are you, LaDonna?
I'm wonderful. Glad you are here, Nadia. Thank you so much. Good morning, Rob.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Good morning,
Good
Raul.
morning, everyone. Good morning, Heather. Hello. Hi, LaDonna.
All right. As everyone is coming in, I will be watching. If everyone will go to the chat, keep up that chat. Give us your appointment link. However you want us to reach out to you, your emails, appointment link. Do you have a website? Give us all of this fun information so we can reach out to you, speak to you, find out what you are all about. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning. Now I've got to go find my background.
There you go. And warm up that chat, Kelly. Let us know how we can reach you. What are you about? What are you doing these days?
There we go.
We are going to go ahead and go around the room and introduce ourselves. And what I would like for us to do in our introduction, 20 seconds, nothing big. I would like to know, what have you discovered already this week that's new to your life or your business, personal? It doesn't matter, personal or business. What have you discovered new? And of course, give us your name, maybe where you live, what you do, what you love about your business, but like 20 seconds. But the main thing is, what new have you discovered this week about you and your business? And we are going to start with Heather. Come on down.
Hello, I'm Heather Helverson, and I knew you were going to pick me first. I was watching a video yesterday on, I have a trade buddy, so AI to help me with trading. So I was actually learning new tips that I already have at my fingertips, but I didn't know how to use it. So I'm very excited to continue to learn to use them.
It's always amazing when we learn something new. I think it's just amazing because you think, wow, at my age, I should know everything. And then we learn something new. So Kelly, come on down.
Hi, everybody. Kelly Dorn from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. What did I learn? I'm on TikTok now. We had a conversation at one of our networking, one of these meetings, and they told me to go on TikTok. So my granddaughter came over that day and I went, here, get me on TikTok. So when she comes over, she posts for me. So now I've got to take a TikTok course. But what I found yesterday, Sherry Leopold told me about a program. It's called CapCut. And apparently it does like I could take all my food and put it in pictures and then it'll do reels for me. So I'm excited to try and learn that.
That's awesome. Please put that name in the link. Kelly, again, never heard of that. That's amazing. I love it when we find all these new tools. Welcome, Grace. What we're doing is just introducing ourselves in like 20 seconds. Your name, something about you and your business, but the main topic is, what is something new that you have discovered this week? So we are going to go to Raul now. And Grace thinks about that.
Good morning, everyone. Kelly, welcome to TikTok. America just got the bill to ban TikTok if they don't sell TikTok. That was yesterday, and I'm worried, like, because there's millions of people right here in the United States depends on TikTok as money, as their income, and that is sad because I mean, what's gonna happen? It's always some drama. But anyway, good morning to everyone. Grace, it's nice seeing you and that beautiful lipstick you have on. What did I learn? I learned a lot about StreamYard. As you're learning about TikTok, Kelly, I've been learning about StreamYard, and it's amazing. That's what's been going on my podcast stats tonight. That's why I look like a little crazy. So today I could get myself done and look a little different for tonight. You guys should join me. Thank you.
Yes, I love StreamYard, and there's another one that I have used in the past as well. And again, just another incredible platforms for us to build our businesses on. And Nadia, come on down. Oh, you're muted, my.
Good morning to everybody, and thank you, LaDonna, for sharing this platform with me. I appreciate that. My name is Nadia. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and last week I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about what I have to do. I cannot put it compounded in 20 seconds. It was eye-opening that about myself, and so that's what I learned.
Absolutely. You know, Nadia and I were in Vegas together and training and speaking, and it was so, I'm sure you will agree, but it was so overwhelming. We learned so much about ourselves, what we need to change, about our businesses that we need to change. It's a lot to absorb, and you know what? But we will continue to work on it each and every day. But you know what I learned more, Nadia, while we were together is the different kinds of people. There was like 27-ish of us. And you know what? We're all different. None of us do the same things. We don't do it the same way. We don't dress the same way. We don't talk the same. And we learned from each other, not just our instructors. And that's what I love most about that. So, all right, Grace, come on down.
Barkwell from Whitby, Ontario, which is right beside Oshawa. And okay, so what I have in coffee time is coffee. It's Ganoderma lucidum infused superfood coffee. It's absolutely incredible and gives me energy. And Ganoderma lucidum means shiny skin, gives me shiny skin. And I've grown out my gray hair and it looks fabulous because, you know, it's healthy from the Ganoderma lucidum. And what I have learned is that I have just completed an adventure that I've been on since about November, and I am going to write a book about it, and it will be well, actually it's a misadventure. So it will be written as a warning for others. Do not fall into this trap. So that is what I've learned.
That is amazing, Grace. And I always love all of your excitement and enthusiasm about everything that you do, Grace. Thank you. Abby, come on down.
Hello, I'm Abby Bassey Cripps, and I am north of Toronto, and I stepped into this about 5 minutes late. So what were we to talk about?
Okay, welcome, Abby. Like 20 seconds about you and your business, but the main thing is what have you learned new this week?
Oh, what have I learned new this week has been the fact that I personally had already had changed my mindset, but I didn't change the business mindset. So I've done that now. So now I'm on the path to more business growth.
That is awesome, Abby. Thank you. Irina, what did you learn this week? Tell us a little bit about you.
First of all, thanks so much for sharing, everybody. It's so insightful, and we are always learning, right? That's exactly what we are doing every day of our life. For me, it wasn't new, but it was landing on a different level about the power of our intentions. And a lot of people don't realize how our energy works and how we are all connected to that. Because before anything comes to the physical world, we have to know how to tune into our energetic field. And for me, the power of intentions are working miraculously because I just keep my mind open for the possibilities. I journalize exactly what I want to attract in my day. And I see how things magically unfold. Obviously, nothing comes like, word for word, but a lot of things are actually attracted and materialized. And that's the beauty of it.
Perfect.
So I encourage everybody to lean on to the intention, not to-do list, but rather to be and what are you there to create and what you are there to attract.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so while Irina is talking with us, because she is our fabulous speaker for today, I want you guys to make sure that you are heating up that chat with all your fabulous information so that we can reach out to you, find out what you are about. What are you doing new? How can we help you grow your business? Do you have something coming up that's fabulous in the next couple of weeks? I know Raw has his first podcast tonight. Grace has something every week. Abby has something every week. Kelly has something going on. Nadia has something coming up.
Let her know I'm in the waiting room.
I'm sorry?
Mike was still on and Dar said she's in the waiting room.
Okay. And then Heather may have something coming up. So if you have something coming up in the near future, let us know about it. Number one, we all need to know about it. And then number two, I will add it to our newsletter. Okay. Newsletters come out every Tuesday. Make sure you're opening those because it has fabulous recipes, articles. If you click on your logos, it'll take you right to that person's website. Things like that. It's just all about you. All right. With that said, we are going to go ahead and turn this over to Irina for Nova.
All right, everybody. Let me just share the PowerPoint with everybody. So today we are going to be talking about how do we actually face our fear and how we are befriending our fear. And I would like to encourage everybody to put in the chat, what kind of fear do you personally experience? Either this is the fear of failure, or maybe the fear of not good enough, or maybe the fear that you have that imposter syndrome. Just put in the chat what kind of fear do you have. So this way we could communicate. So this way we could make it more powerful. Tamara, fear of not good as others. So true. And I think it's for everybody. Everybody experiences something at some point of our life. But today we are going to be talking about how we actually can overcome this fear. And I'm super proud of each one of you showing up today and be here in this room just to hear how you could empower yourself, how you could become more friend with the fear, right? How to befriend the fear, because believe it or not, we know that the fear is always going to be there. And it's all about just realizing that it's okay to have the fear, but we are not going to allow that fear to have us. And this is for you if you want to avoid opportunities due to fear of failure or rejection. You want to learn how to build resilience and bounce back stronger from failures. If you are eager to know what is the root cause of your fears and limited beliefs, and it's also for you if you're ready to learn the tools to overcome that fear. There are two strongest emotions that we all have. Those emotions are love and fear. And a lot of times we act from fear. We always think in our head, what if, and we always place the negative scenario. But the idea is we could always shift our focus from, rather than entertaining something, what if something is not going to work? Let's act from love and say, what if it's going to work? What would I love to be? Who would I love to be? What would I love to do, right? So these are the strongest emotions. So fear is on the lowest scale of our emotions, whereas the love is on the elevated scales of our emotion. So we know that we could always shift our focus from fear to love and create from that energy. So let me share with you my story, how I switched from fear to love. I was working in the accounting industry for all my life until the pandemic hit. And that was the time when I was coming back from the lunch with my coworker, and we were announced that due to the economy, our company is going to shut down. Let me tell you, it was a shocking news for me, because honestly, I was planning to retire at that company. It was secure. I was getting paid very well. So my heart just dropped. And my heart dropped because it was that moment of uncertainty, that moment of fear. What am I going to do next? Type in the chat if you ever felt that feeling. Just type one that you ever been in that place. Because honestly, all the different emotions were rising up. And I remember I was going home. I was traveling home with all the mixed emotions, thinking, what am I going to do now? I knew that the situation was very unique. It wasn't just like I'm updating my resume and I'm going to start looking for another job. I knew that was the time for me to really start asking the questions. And I remember a couple of months, I just took it very slow, very relaxed, because I have the kids at home. We were playing together. We were doing different things together. We were cooking together, watching TV together. But in a couple of months, that fear of uncertainty was rising up. And I remember my mood was like a roller coaster. It was up and down, till the point that one morning, I just woke up with that firm decision that said, I have to do something about it. And I knew that there were no jobs because everybody was getting fired. Nobody was hiring. So the only option for me was to create my own business. And then, as you can imagine, that love rised up, and I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Finally, I don't have to report to anybody. Finally, I'm going to have my own schedule. I'm going to be my own boss. And that beautiful feeling was there for a couple of minutes until the fear started to rise up. And the fear, that voice of fear, always speaks loud to us. I know you can relate to that. And that voice of fear was telling me, really? What are you going to do now? What are you good at? And just look around. Everybody is closing businesses. Nobody is opening. Are you out of your mind? But let me tell you, that voice of love was just so strong that it overpowered that fear. And I went on that journey of search. What exactly can I do? And I called my friend, and she told me, Irina, you're so good with people. People just come to you, you give them advice, you listen to them. Why don't you look at something in that area? And that's exactly how I decided to see what exactly I can do. And at the same time, my daughter, who was in high school, she just lost the complete desire to study from home. And she told me, Mom, hire me the therapist. And I didn't know any therapist, so we reached out to our dance teacher. And she said, I have an amazing girl. She's the life coach. And that was the first time I heard the expression life coach. I was like, who are these people? So I went online, I Googled life coach. And as I was reading the description, I was like, this is me. I can totally see myself in that. And not only I hired that woman for my daughter, but I also got my certification in the life coaching. And let me tell you, that was the best moment of my life. When I was receiving that certification, knowing that from now on, I'm living so fulfilled. I'm living a beautiful life where every day I wake up with purpose and passion. So that's exactly how I fought that fear. And today I'm going to tell you what stops us. Why do we have that fear, and what is the main root or the main cause of the fear? So we all have our familiar life, right? So we are all having the operating system, which we call paradigms. Paradigms is just whatever we were raised with, what kind of beliefs we were raised, what kind of stories we were told. So we all ingrained all of that, and that's exactly the operating system that we are operating from. Paradigms are not good or bad. They are what they are for each person. So for us to change these paradigms, that's exactly when we start stepping out from our comfort zone. So we stopped reacting to our old story, realizing that whatever is happening in the past, it's not exactly who we are. So when we starting stepping out of our comfort zone, that paradigm is going to show up. And it's going to be the fear that's rising up, right? The fear wants to keep us where we are. The fear is going to tell us, don't go there. You're going to get hurt. It's not going to, you're going to fail. It's not going to work for you. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're not going to good enough. So this is actually the good news. And the good news that you are stepping out of your comfort zone and you are actually growing. So the paradigm is just our habits that we were raised with. It's our beliefs and experiences that form these beliefs. So now we could notice that. And this is the tool that I want to give. Each time you feel that the fear arises up, you just realize it and you notice, this is my paradigm. And the way to deal with that, you just stop, you pause yourself, you take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then you interrupt that pattern by reframing and repatterning and connecting to what are your successes? What is the good thing that you're going after? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you see yourself in business to be? We all can consciously do it. It takes the practice, it takes the repetition, and that's exactly how we repattern our paradigms. Remember, why do we so afraid to fail? Remember when we were little kids, we all learned how to walk. So we would take a couple of steps and then we fall down. Then we would rise up, we would make a couple of more steps, and then again we fall down. Then again, right? We would not say, okay, we would not just sit on our butt and say, okay, I guess I was not meant to be a walker, right? We keep trying until we succeed. So what happened to us when we actually became adults? All of a sudden, we are afraid to fail. But let me tell you, the most successful people also had the biggest failures. And I'm just going to prove it to you. Oprah, she was fired by TV executives because she was not fit for TV. But she rose up and she created her own show. Steven Spielberg, he was rejected from USC Film School 3 times. But he rose up and we know all about his movies. The owner of Starbucks coffee, Howard Schultz, was told that there is no market for his kind of coffee, and his loan application was rejected 242 times. But now we know about the success of Starbucks, and it's in 30,000 countries. Walt Disney, he was fired from a newspaper from lacking the imagination. And we all know about the Walt Disney Empire. So fear and failure are the prerequisites for achieving great dreams in life. And the way we want to befriend our fear, we know that there is part of us that want to move forward with our business, with our success. And there is that part of you that wants to play small. And in the middle, it's that fear. So how do we face that fear? We're just going to use that tool. And the tool is, you're just going to say, not today, fear. Let's make an appointment for some future day. And by the time you make that appointment, by the time you reach that date, that fear is going to disappear. And also, remember our successes. We all had the successes in the past. So each time we feel like we are the failure, go back and think about the successes that you had in life, because each one of us had something successful. Write them down, write those successes, and just each time connect to them, remembering who you are, reminding yourself, what are you here for? So I wanted to also give you a couple of tools. How do we overcome that fear? And the tool one is recognize fear when it shows up. The fear is going to show up like distraction, like you're not going to do what you meant to do because you get yourself busy with shopping, with the home things that you have to do, right? You recognize it. And sometimes the fear gets to your body and you feel like, you can't breathe, or you feel the pain because you're so stressed out. Just recognize it. It's just the fear. It's just your thoughts. Those thoughts are not your reality. So once you recognize it, you're just going to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, just to come down, and then repeat on that. Just think about the empowering thoughts. Think what you are creating. Think how much good you're bringing to this world. How many people want to know what you are here for, what you are offering? How many people want your services? So remind yourself, this is the good news. When you feel that feeling, it's the good news because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And remember, fear and failure are the prerequisites for your success. Tool number 2, you can actually speak to your fear. And the speech is like that. Fear, thank you for showing up today. Your presence is proof I am on the growing edge. All those things you are warning me about, if they come, I'll overcome. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. And you might laugh, but let me tell you, it works like a magic. Once you learn how to talk to your fear, once you know how to befriend it, you realize that fear is just there as a companion. It's not something that's going to dictate your life. And the third tool, you know that there is part of me that has that finite side, always with the emotions, always scared, always afraid. But there is a side of us that's infinite. This is our spirit. This is something that wants more from life. This is something that wants to expand and grow and do amazing things in life. So once we connect to that infinite side, we know that there is everything possible. We know that we are stronger and more powerful than anything outside of us. So connect to that power. Remind yourself who you are. The tool number 4, fact versus truth. We know that we are living in the physical world and there are circumstances and there are facts. However, there is a greater universal truth. And facts could be, I don't have much money in my bank account. But the truth is, you are living in an abundant universe. Everything is there. Universe is like the ocean. If you go to the ocean with a teaspoon, you're going to get the teaspoon of the water. If you go to the ocean with the bucket, you're going to get the bucket of the water. So always remind yourself, the facts could be, I have a diagnosis. But then the truth is the power within me is greater than any circumstances or conditions outside of me. The facts could be depression runs in my family. But the truth is nothing is bad unless you call it bad. The fact could be my relationship ended, but the truth is there is an opportunity in every situation. The facts could be the housing market is, but the truth is something positive emerged from any situation. I don't have college education, the fact could be, but you know that your history does not dictate your future. So just remember that facts are not dictating what the truth is, and always connect to the truth. Always remember that you are more powerful than anything outside of you. So how do we actually feed our faith and starve our fear? For that, we remember that where the intention goes, that's where the energy flows. So the more we start to think about the fear, the more things we imagine in our head, the bad things, the more they're going to expand, right? So if you want good outcomes, if you want good results, let's focus on something what we want. Because where our attention goes, that's where our energy flows. And remember, we are all having the creative energy. So practice turning your fearful thoughts into empowering thoughts. That is in the harmony of what you are creating. And this is a little movie I wanted to watch. Just remember, when we take the action step, that's exactly when something magical happens. So we shift our focus from worrying and thinking, what if it's not going to work? And we are coming into that curiosity mindset and saying, what can I do? What step can I take from where I am with what I have in order to get myself closer to my goal, to my dream, to my success? That's exactly how we work with that. And I wanted to offer you, first of all, I'm available for any questions and answers that you might have. And I also wanted to offer you, I have this amazing manifestation membership, and I wanted to offer you the free pass next month for my masterclass and see if this is something that resonates with you, because I know a lot of people don't know much about manifestation. And this is going to be like a good introduction just for you to feel what this is all about and if this is something that resonates with you. Because remember, everything takes time. The way our energy works, if we have to learn to play the new instrument, we know that we have to practice every day. We know that the more we practice, the better we become at it. So the same thing, we practice to rewire our brain, because our brain works the same as our body. If we go to the gym, we do not expect to have the perfect body in 3 months. We know it's going to take us time. So the same thing with the brain. We just work and repetition and completely just doing the same over and over again, right? Until we break our old patterns and we shift our focus for something that we truly want to create. So this is also beautiful community I have in my manifestation membership. Like-minded people and people who are supporting, people who are rooting for each other. So I invite you, I'm going to post the link and I'll be happy to see each one of you. And it was a pleasure. And I am ready for any questions you have.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. You know what? I was kind of knocked back in my seat when I seen the statistics of different people like Starbucks and Disney and Spielberg. I had no idea that they were set back so many times, so often. And you know what? I'm going to use the example that we kept getting back up when we fell down when we were walking. And you said it didn't give us a reason to be non-walkers. Here we can all walk. That's here in front of me right now. And thank God that we can get up on our feet and walk. But we did fall when we started learning how to walk. Many times we fell down and we continued to get back up. And now look at us, so amazing. So who has questions? Who has questions? I know we have questions. Raw. Yes. Unmute, please.
Okay,
Yes.
Irina, amazing. That's so beautiful, and it just matches up with the morning, because a lot of people need that positive mindset, and that's so amazing. Thank you for doing that. I tell my mom this every time, because the journey that I'm going on, and it's an ongoing journey, and you have to actually believe and know. If there weren't people like Colonel Sandals, what do you call him? Sorry, Walt Disney. If it wasn't people like these people and Starbucks, as you say, and all these different things, how would we actually have a reference to make sure that, all right, I'm doing the right thing? Because then the people that you're wrong sometimes tell you you're crazy. That's not going to work. I believe in a 9 to 5. It works for me. Getting a degree, sending you to school, your parents send you to school, get a master's degree or a doctor's degree, and then you have to get a job that will pay the bills, and that is who you're supposed to be. Those are the people that I am surrounded by. They don't understand what I do. And this, you have to know and keep yourself going and believe what you do. If Grace didn't believe in her coffee, and her tea, that it really helps. Look at her beautiful hair. She just referenced it. You know what I mean? If LaDonna didn't believe that getting on the calls every day and speaking to people to bring them together, we wouldn't have this beautiful group of Kelly and Nadia and Heather and Dar and Abby and Tamara, and everybody wouldn't come. And Angela, we wouldn't have this togetherness if she didn't do that and believe that she could do it. And this is the amazing thing about it. I love the positivity. And I'll tell you this. You come to New York City on my stage and you sell that, I'm sure you'll pick up at least one person for your coaching program. Out of 200, I'm just saying one. On the zero side, you still will get one. So you think about the magic you just brought here. You bring that on my stage, center stage, not in a conference room, on stage, lights around you, like a TEDx talk. You bring this together with your trauma talk, I'm sure you will get a lot of people to follow you and do your coaching program. Thank you. Love it.
Thank you. Yes, and it just for us to always remember, when we look at successful people, we always think it's them, it's not us. But what is separating the successful person from not successful is that successful person is the same loser who tried one more time. So it's just the encouragement that you cannot quit because you were called to do what you are doing. You know, your soul knows exactly what you're doing. And it's all about persistency and perseverance and believing in yourself. And obviously staying in the right community of people who are going to root for you, who are going to cheer for you, who are going to support you, because we all go through the times when we feel like, you know, we start doubting ourselves, when we start asking, is it really what I meant to do, right? Because we do not produce the results that we want. But remember, results are always going to be there. Focus on the process, not the outcome. And the outcome is going to show up in the right time. It's definitely going to show up. There is no such a thing, because what we focus our energy is going to expand. Always remember, our attention, the universe treats as our intention. So always catch your thoughts on a daily basis. And the thoughts that are not serving you, the thoughts that are not in the harmony with what you are creating, just take them aside and replace them with something that you really want. Like, imagine yourself what the life is going to be when everything worked out for you, when you have exactly what you want in your life, and how great we would feel. The idea is you are embodying that person right now. You have that self-image today. It's not when you're going to be having whatever you want to be. It's exactly the magic of manifestation now. You have to have that self-image, and you have to embody those emotions. You have to feel joyful. You have to feel fulfilled, no matter what's going on, no matter of the noise outside, because you always can tune in into your inner power and always imagine that beautiful life and that space that you are in right now. That's exactly how the law of attraction works.
Beautiful. Heather, do you have any questions or comments for Irina?
No, it's just amazing how you talked about desire, because I spent all of February reading through the chapter in Think and Grow Rich on desire. So it's just incredible how things come to be. And so many talks and stuff keep bringing back to, what is my desire? Where do I want to go? Like, you have to know that. I love it.
Thank you so much, Heather. And you know why it's important to have our desire? Because remember, passion is the life force. If we are not passionate, if we feel like lukewarm with our desire, that's why a lot of people can't manifest, because they're like, okay, I think I want this, or I think I want that, right? But when you're 100% confident, this is exactly what I want to go after, and you just put all that force, all your life force, because remember, this is our energy. We put all our energy to have exactly what we want, because that desire is going to remind you why you are doing it when you don't feel like doing it, right? That desire is going to keep you going and saying, hey, this is something that you want. Can you live without it? If not, then you have to make action steps. then you have to continue on this beautiful path because you are not alone. There is a lot of people, like-minded people, and the successful people also had their trials, tribulations, but they would refuse to quit. And that's exactly the difference. Like I always say, the winners are not quitters, and the quitters are not winners.
Absolutely. Angela, I'm seeing a lot of nodding and smiling from you. Do you have any questions or comments for Irina?
I'm so glad you did this today. I think one of the things is great for the reminders because we are surrounded by so many different people that may not believe in manifestation, but I've been a believer of that for many, many years. And just thank you for the reminder today. So I'm glad I was able to jump on and hear that. So thank you.
My pleasure, Angela. It's like people don't realize we manifest all the time, but we manifest unconsciously because whatever we entertain in our head all day long, all these thoughts are gonna materialize one way or another. So the idea is let's manifest consciously. Let's focus our attention on what we want rather than on what we do not want. So that's the beauty of this work. And it's just, you know, for me, I'm so blessed to bring that awareness to people because like people, I'm talking right now to you, many of you aware about the manifestation, but there are so many people who do not know what it is. And they just live their life by default rather than by design.
Oh my goodness, when you said that, I'm sitting here visioning certain people that live in the past, that live in what they don't have, what they can't have, what they want and they never achieve, and they never inspire themselves to keep moving ahead and living in the moment instead of in the past. I'm visioning these people and it's crazy what they're missing. They have no idea what they're missing in this life
Totally.
by living in the past, and it's crazy. Oh, so thank you. Kelly, what are you thinking? Any questions, comments?
I don't have any questions. Thank you, Irina. That was really interesting. I did write down a couple of things, though, that you did say that really like hit me. One is taking your fear and making it a companion. I really like that. I've never thought of it that way before. And the last thing you just said about successful people, I think it was, I wrote it down. Successful people are just losers that tried one more time. So to me, that's like, whoa, that if
That's
anything, that's my biggest takeaway.
That's beautiful. And like I said, always remember your successes. When we are in that energy, when we start self-doubt, when we are thinking, okay, today is not the day that I can do something, or you didn't receive the calls you were expecting, you didn't enroll the people that you wanted to, always make a list. Because this list of your successes, like list 10 successes, just go and read. And you'll see you right away shift that energy from doubt to confidence. That's exactly what we want more and more. Because when we work with that manifestation and we just claim that this is exactly what I want, and I claimed it, I know it's coming. Now it's just be so confident that it's gonna come, but continue doing these action steps. Continue reminding yourself who you are, right? Continue to stay with the community of people who are going after the same what you are going. And I'm so happy, like I always say, the internet is so powerful. Like imagine if we didn't have this connection, because the people that surround us in our physical location are not the people who think the same way. And it's so important to stay in that community because this is the community that's always going to root for you, that's always going to support you, and that's always going to cheer for you.
Absolutely. Oh, that is powerful. Nadia, do you have any questions or comments this morning? Oh, you're muted, babe.
No, I don't have any questions, but thank you so much for all the information. I'm a big believer in manifestation, and I do that every morning. So a couple of days ago, a friend asked me, why you wake up that early? I said, I need to do my manifestation. My visuals is important to me. Sometimes I don't get it, but sometimes they don't get it. So that's the point.
Yes, totally. Thank you so much, Nadia, for sharing. What I wanted to say that whatever thoughts we are waking up in the morning, it's so important, our morning routine and evening routine. Whatever we feed ourselves this morning, that's why it's important to maybe write a few sentences what you're grateful for, maybe just journalize a little bit, right? To set yourself for the day. Because like I said, once we set the intentions, how do I want my day to look like? Who do I want to be in that day? What kind of people I want to meet? What kind of energy I want to produce and receive, right? And the more you start writing it, the more you're going to invite in your life. When we write it, we invite it, right? And another point is going to bed. Don't think about the problems. Don't think about what didn't work out today. Don't think about, I'm such a failure, doesn't work for me, right? Because the thoughts that you go to bed, remember, our subconscious mind works 24/7. We are sleeping, but our subconscious doesn't. So if we go with empowering thoughts, with, okay, universe, show me next week, give me the sign I'm on my right path, or show me the opportunity that I can take in order to move forward with my business, and go with these kind of thoughts to bed, be assured that your subconscious mind is going to work hard to present you with the people that you meant to meet and the opportunities that you meant to experience.
Beautiful. And Ra, you have a question?
Well, it keeps connecting up. With what she just said, one thing I do every night, and I tell people this, and it works. When you put your head on the pillow to sleep and you're about to close your eyes, whatever happens just minutes before for that entire time in the past, let it go. And you go to sleep very nicely and even wake up forgetting the dramas that happening until you're reminded of it, but you get a good night's sleep. Second thing is, two things happen that you talk about. One, surrounding yourself with the network of people that actually support you. You know how it went? It took me a while since Christmas to see my nephew because my brother, my sister-in-law is always busy. And I didn't have a car to go to the Bronx to pick him up. And I set up this movie date with everyone. And I am launching my new podcast tonight. And it hurt that, if I was amongst other friends or people who used to support me and I would go out to them and I tell them about that, they will be so excited. But I know I can't even mention that to them because I know at the end of the day, they're going to just pass that off as a nothing, which for them, it's nothing. But then my little voice inside my head says, Ra, you wrote a book. They didn't acknowledge it. You have 2 books. They didn't acknowledge it. You have this show going for 6 years. They never acknowledge it. You won awards. They never acknowledge it. That's the thing. The people around you, they don't understand in your depth. And that's one. And that's really positive what you said. So it's great to be in these networks. And lastly, sorry, LaDonna, but yesterday I had to post a message. My mom, I sit here and she's in the room talking to her friends. She has an 80-year-old friend in Trinidad and Tobago, and that friend's brother died, right? And this friend is living on a pension of like 3,000 TT dollars, which is about 500 US dollars. And she has to take this pension that she's living month to month on to go figure out how to pay 17,000 TT dollars, again, about 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars on a funeral. So I heard this and I decided, her other friend here, we're going to pick up money and send it. So with us, I don't have that type of money I used to have before. And I'm not ashamed to say it because of my little journey. But the thing about it is, if there's someone, Angela, God forbid, has someone that passes away and I have $1,000 laying around, I'm taking that and send it for her. That's how I do, because this kid with cancer died and his mom posted it on Facebook, and I gradually grab $1,000 and send it. The thing about it is I didn't have this money to do that. So I decided, let me reach out to people that have money. And the sad lashback I got for the person I am always helping, even helped them in the past, and the words they use when I know they have millions sitting on, it really hurt. So those type of things with people these days, it's really sad. You have to actually be strong inside to know to pull yourself together and know who the positive ones are in your life. Sorry, LaDonna, thanks. I really needed to share that because a lot of people have been asking.
Time to share. That's why we give this time to share. So, because we don't know who else is out there feeling the very same way, but they're afraid to speak up. And we know in our community here, you don't have to be afraid to speak up because we are all here to rejoice for each other. Tamra, do you have anything to add to this morning?
I have plenty to add, but I'm not going to. Anyway, Irina, thank you so much. You did a really wonderful job. And the one thing I have to say to Raw, everybody always remembers the bad stuff you do, but nobody ever remembers the good stuff you do.
Totally.
So
Totally.
we always have to, I have really gotten onto myself the last few days because I've went downhill for a little bit. Now I'm going right back up. And then like this morning, I've decided, okay, I slept in today. Well, yeah, I forgot I had a meeting. And then I get in here on time and my stupid internet don't work. So to me, it was like, something is just telling me not to go, but I'm so glad I came. And I just want you to know, you really, really did give a good presentation. It reminds me all the time about the fear that I have, the imposter syndrome, everything we go through every day. And it's not just women, it's everybody.
Everybody.
So just so you all know, thank you so much. And I am so glad I'm part of this group.
Thank you so much for your beautiful comments, and just come to my master class and see how beautiful it is. It's just, if you enjoy it here, you're gonna definitely love it over there. And Raul, what I wanted to say, the universal laws work like a mathematical laws. So whatever that person you reached out and said no, remember what we sending out to the universe, we received to ourselves tenfold. So he is gonna get it, he or she, whoever it was. But the point is, don't follow these kind of people, right? The people who have big hearts are gonna be rewarded the most, because that's the time, it's our time. And the universe always supports people who are thinking of others, who are helping others. And remember, we use the law of circulation. What we give, we receive.
Absolutely. Real quick, because we only have a few minutes left, I did want to hit with Grace to see if there's anything that she wanted to say about this morning, and then Abby.
I agree that you should surround yourself with supportive people, both this group and the group that are my business associates in the coffee business are very supportive and encouraging. And this is what you need, is to surround yourself with supportive, encouraging people. And also to dispel the fear, I would say education. Learn what you need to do, because I heard about the coffee a long time ago and I tried it and I didn't like it because I didn't know what it could do for you. And then I was invited to a meeting where Dr. Bob spoke, and he's a very intelligent, educated doctor, and he gave us all these slides and everything and told us all this information. And now I so believe in it because I know what it can do for you. And I've used it over a good long period of time. And I feel that in my skin, in my hair, and in my energy.
That's awesome. Awesome. How about you, Abby? Anything you would like to add to this morning? I know you've been in and out, but I want to give you a chance.
Well, yeah, in and out only because I was driving.
Right.
We found it very informative, very well done. I have nothing really to add to it, to any one part of it. I just think it was something that we needed reminder of, for one, and for two, learn from. We always learn every day.
Absolutely. And yes, one last thing before we leave on what Irina said, and I say this a lot in almost every time I speak, And it kind of goes with what I'm hearing from everyone. Everyone is not our people. We want them to be our people, but they're not. Because if they bring drama, if they bring sadness, if they bring all of this negative energy, those are not our people, okay? So you have this bubble around us, and you get to invite whom you want inside of your bubble. And if you invite someone and they turn out not to be your people, take them out of your bubble. You need excited, you need uplifting people inside that bubble that believe in you, that will support you no matter what. They're there to uplift you and make you smile. So always remember that. I really believe that I get to let in my bubble whoever I want, and everything else and everyone else gets to stay outside my bubble, because I want to smile every day. I want to enjoy my life. Life is a journey. It's short. Enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, change it. So absolutely.
If you don't like to change it, it's only up to us. We cannot be the victim in any situation. Let's be hero and let's create our beautiful life.
Absolutely. The chat is full of wonderful information. I put 2 pictures of screenshots in the chat. Please capture those. Go to your social media with that, with one of the pictures, and let people know what you've done this last hour of your morning, what you've learned, what inspired you, what you loved about it. And then go to our Facebook member page, and Nadia, I will add you to that as soon as we're done here, because I haven't done that yet, and post something in there as well, because several people in our membership could not attend this morning. You know, we have some that attend once a month, once every other month, and then we have us that attend every event. It just depends on our schedule. So go there and post something as well. And post what you have coming up. If you have any specials, if you have a meeting, if you want a one-on-one, let people know. Be active in our membership. Have a beautiful Thursday. See you on Tuesday at 5 o'clock for the Millionaire Marketplace.
Have a great day, everybody. Befriend your fear and be bold.
All right, bye-bye now.